Southwest 569, maintain 170 knots, still 5 miles final.
170 knots, still 5 mile final, Southwest 569.
United 1439, 12,500 descending via the Logger 2 landing south. We have whiskey. We got that descent a little late.
United 1439 over approach, no problem. Turn left heading 250 and descend and maintain 1000.
All right, left heading 250, 11,000, United 1439.
Southwest 569, traffic off the right side behind is knee 175 on final for the parallel. Contact the tower on 133.3.
Tower 133.3, Southwest 569, got the traffic.
Skywest 4697, reduce speed to 190.
Total 190, Skywest 4697.
6 left localizer.
140 heading intercept 16 left log, Skywest 4684.
Yeah, 1057, I'll show you establishing the localizer. You're about 8 miles from Joe Bob, cleared ILS runway 16 left approach.
Cleared ILS 16 left, yeah, 1057.
Skywest 4684, you're 10 miles from Joe Bob, maintain 10,000 to establish the localizer, cleared ILS runway 16 left approach.
10,000 till established, cleared approach, Skywest 4684.
Air approach, Skywest 5564, 13,700, descending 12,000, we're slowing 210.
Skywest 5564, to approach, good morning, stretch vectors. United 683, flight distance and heading vector spacing, maintain 1,000, 210 knots.
210 knots, maintain 11,000, start heading, United 683.
Skywest 5867, towers 35.3.
United 2214.
60 Victor Roger, you can contact the tower at your discretion on 120.2. Have a great day.
Maintain 170 knots or greater until Jetson.
170 or greater until Jetson, Sky 6787.
Slow to 210 on the flight 2.
Yeah, 2214, approach strike vectors.
2214.
5, turn 10 degrees right, vectors, traffic, maintain 13,000, I'll slow you, just down to 13 now.
714, reduce speed to 250.
We're at 250 knots right now. We'll maintain that key line 3714.
United 456, contact approach 133.62.
336, good day, United 456.
Southwest 4476, passing Epic, reduce speed to 250, then comply with speeds on arrival.
After Epic 250, then comply with speeds on the arrival Southwest 4476.
One to the right, United 456.
Right.
Heading 145 to join, clear for the visual 16 right, Skywest 5211.
Reduce speed 170 leads.
Alright, thanks, 170 leads, Skywest 4684.
Yeah, 1057, reduce speed 170 leads.
Low to 170 leads, yeah, 1057.
Skywest 5665, contact the tower 135.3, we'll see ya.
35.3, good day, 5665.
United 683, you're about 8 miles from Joe Bob, turn right heading 140, maintain 10,000 to establish on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 16 left approach.
Return 140 and intercept, cleared to ILS 16 left, maintain 11,000. United 683.
3.62.
We'll let him know, Skywest 57, and slowing there, Skywest 5715.
Guys, 5545, turn 10 degrees left.
10 degrees or left, Skywest 5945.
Guys, 4716, reduce speed to 210.
Speed to 10, Skywest 4716. Alright, present heading for spacing 11,000, United 2214.
We're at 250 tilt ski, and then we got extra.
Skywest 5257, reduce speed to 250 from solid speeds on arrival.
Back to 250 and comply with the speed, Skywest 5257.
Approach run 17 right, United 1439.
Clear winds 130 at Denver, approaching respect runway at 16 right.
16 right, clear 136.
Denver approach, good afternoon, Armeco 658. 260, descending via the next 2 arrival, expecting runway 17 right, information next rate.
America, Air Mexico 658, Denver approach, maintain 280 knots or greater, expect runway 17 right.
280 knots or greater, expecting 17 right, Armeco 658.
35.3, have a good day.
1353, Skywest 5211, good day.
35.3, have a good day.
Good day, United 1057.
16.
3362.
62, will do, Skywest 4216.
Right, I'm carrier 191. approach, guys, to drive 45, 13,250 speed.
Test 5545 approach, Roger. United 456, descend and maintain 7,000.
7,000, United 456.
Departure flight 191, maintain 170 knots to a 5-mile final. Contact the tower 133.3. See ya.
175 mile final, 33.3, get air frontier 191.
Scout 4716, 14.5, descending via 2 down 9, down speed. Scout 4716, different approach, Roger, runway 16 left.
Try them again. Try 125.9 and let me know if you can get them or not.
Please.
Tell us 4476, cleared on at Zulu, runway 16 right approach.
Down at Zulu, 16 right, southwest, 4476.
5855, 13,300, sending via the Clash 3.
That's 5855, different approach, Roger, 17 right.
17 right.
Skywest 4715, turn left heading 220, maintain 9,000.
I think that was Skywest 5715, left 220, 900,000.
That's correct, thank you.
You bet.
United 456, turn left heading 260.
260, United 456.
Operator.
Right here, brother, 5270.
Listen and maintain 2000.
12,000, 10 degrees to the right, guys, 545.
United 1125, reduce speed to 250, then comply with speeds on arrival.
Slow back to 250, then comply with speeds on arrival, United 1125.
Sky without 3075, Denver approach, you can expect runway 16 right.
16 right, we have X-ray, Skywest 3075.
United 1285, contact approach 133.62.
3362, United 1285.
Skywest 4709, Denver approach, if you have reduce speed now to 250, then descend via arrival, check runway 17 right. Sky without 5257, contact approach 123.85.
2385, goes 5257.
Missed that, clear the visual 17 right, Skywest 5750.
United 456, airport 9 o'clock and 10 miles.
Report inside, United 456.
United 456, turn left heading 200, clear visual approach on my 17 right.
200, close the visual 17 right, United 456.
United 456, reduce speed to 170, maintain that to a 5-mile final, please.
Check runway 16 right.
It's now to 250 and 16 right, schedule 200.
Delta 982 is checking in on a 24-7, descending via the Clash 3 with X-ray.
Delta 982, Denver approach, reduce speed now to 250, you check runway 17 right.
17 right, we're at 250 already, Delta 982.
Delta 982, thank you, descend via the arrival.
Descend via the arrival of 982.
120,000, 145, heading, and intercept 16 left, localizer, Skywest 545.
Skywest 4716, turn left heading 200, intercept runway 16 left, localizer, maintain 11,000.
200 to intercept and 11,000, Skywest 4716.
United 1439, visual 17 right, just cross Jewel.
Approach, good afternoon, Skywest 5150. 305, descending via next 217 right with X-ray.
Elon 3714, I'm in altitude, maintain 16,000.
Maintain 16,000, Keyline 3714.
MSLF, call who was it?
Skywest 5150, 300, descending via next 17 right, X-ray.
Skywest 5150, Denver approach for Roger, runway 17 right.
17 right, Skywest 5150.
Cross Kurt. Actually, Skywest 5545, you have the airport in sight. It's 12 to 1 o'clock and 20 miles.
Inside, Skywest 545.
Skywest 5545, cross Kurt at or above 900,000, cleared visual approach on my 16 left.
Visual approach 16 left, clear above 9, you want to speed for Skywest 545.
Skywest 5545, maintain 190 knots.
Slow down on 190, Skywest 545.
Skywest 5855, turn left heading 260.
Left 260, Skywest 5855.
Force with you, leaving you at 13, descending via the T-bar.
United 604, Denver approach, expect a visual running 16 right.
Good day, Skywest 5750.
Skywest 4716, descend and maintain 10,000, airport 11 o'clock and 20 miles.
10,000, airport inside, Skywest 4760.
Skywest 4716, heading 200, join final cross Kurt at or above 900,000, you're cleared visual approach on my 16 left.
Kurt at or above 9, cleared visual 16 left, Skywest 4716.
Skywest 5545, reduce speed to 170, maintain that to a 5-mile final.
170 to a 5-mile final, Skywest 545.
Southwest 4202, descend and maintain 7,000.
Descend 7,000, Southwest 4202.
7,000, 10 degrees right, Ghost 6267.
Ghost 5855, the airport is 10 o'clock and 10 miles. Ghost 5855, clear visual approach, runway 17 right, turn left heading 200 to join final.
200 to join final, clear visual 17 right, yes, CH5.
Sky was 4686, have a great day, contact Denver Center on 125.9er.
1000, Southwest 3047.
Southwest 4202, turn left heading 260.
That's 260, field site Southwest 4202.
Roger. Skywas 5855, reduce speed to 17, maintain after 5 mile final.
170 to 5 mile final, Sky 5855.
Ghost 5855, contact the tower 133.3.
33.3, Sky 5855, have a good day.
You too. Net 8,000.
Set to maintain 8,000, United 1125.
Heading on the Flatty 2, and we have X-ray.
616 down approach, runway 16 left. Good afternoon. Spectre X Joe Bob.
Hey everyone, or hey, hello, my one viewer right now. Just getting started though. We're flying the Saab today out of John Wayne. This is a great airport. Should pick up a little bit with Traffic Global. Should get some traffic moving around here soon. Let's go ahead and load the aircraft. So I've got this cool app. It's called iGo Connect or iGo Dispatch actually. And we're going to go with 30 something passengers here. 33. 33 passengers. And the fuel is 25. So 25.59. All right, 25.59. So you'll see it's just default right now. And then I use this app and I will load. So we got payload is 6636, 0 fuel weight, fuel load 25, and passengers is 33. So I'm going to load. You see that airplane just moved. So now we got plus 15. The app does it all. Luggage, people, all that happy stuff. And then I'll connect the ACARS in a little bit. As for flight plan, let's do SNA. And we are going to BFL, Bakersfield. Let's try that again. BF SNA. And then, hey Das, how you doing there, buddy? How TGIF, my friend. TGIF. BFL, enter. I've got this, it's kind of hard to see, but like putting in the flight plan. This little app costs $10. You subscribed for 3 months. Hey, thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. Here, let me do the little subscriber thing for you. Much appreciated. Bananas chasing the weasel, and yet the weasel only wants a pineapple. What? All right, 8 cars. There we go. That's better. All right, so let me come back to that a little bit. Airport, we are at SNA, so we'll pull up the METAR and the weather. Maps, edit, clear. We are at SNA. I wish I could somehow put this on an overlay. I have to look into that. All right, so we're going to look at the channel 3, CHANL, ANL 3, GMN, GMM transition for the FASTO 2. Okay, so that would be GMN FASTO 2, I think. Yep, that worked. All right, and then BFL is Bakersfield Airport, SNA Airport, diagram, download, current, external, explain, airport. Okay. I think I've got the iPad set up. I just have to connect this thing when we're ready. Let me see if I can get this other window up here. Slide that over there. And then we'll come over here and we'll figure out what we're doing. So we're going from John Wayne to Meadowsfield. We're going to do IFR because we're flying company today, and normally company, even if it's VFR conditions, require company policy to fly IFR because you're carrying passengers. That's usually the thing. It's usually up to the company, like in this case United. And there is no tech route for this, believe it or not. So we're just going to file the sit in the star. The Anaheim one is not available for turboprop or jet. And I'm really curious what he's going to do with the Channel 3. And the reason I say that is the Channel 3, this departure is restricted to turbojet and turboprop, which is what we are. However, the Shafter transition and Gorman transition restricted to turbojet aircraft only. So I'm going to file this Channel 3 to Gorman, and I'm going to leave it up to ATC to correct the thing, because the actual star, the FASTO 2, starts at a Gorman transition. So it's kind of like, I'm curious how they're going to do this. So this is to sit in the star, and we'll cover that in more detail as we prep for our departure. But first, we're going to file this with that weight, flight level 180, as long as the altimeter is above standard, which it is. We're United, Saab, hit that. No tech route, so we get to do some barrel rolls. That's right. Yep, we're going to shake up all 33 passengers with some barrel rolls. All right, I got like 2,500 something pounds of fuel loaded, and these weights are comparable, I think. Check this again. So we got payload 6,600. That shows 8,000. Zero fuel weight is 20,000. So I'm showing 23. So let's add 3,000 pounds of cargo to this. So we'll do 36. And now the weights should be comparable to what I've got in this app. So real numbers, real numbers. Zero fuel weight 2330. I'm showing 23.8, so that's close enough. As long as the fuel is good. So yeah, we're good on fuel. Right. Okay. So I'll come down here to John Wayne. We got altimeters of 30, 12, ATIS of Quebec. Of course, we'll double check that when we get moving here. Windcom, I like that. They're taking off on the 2-0s. We're going to plan 2-0 right. And Bakersfield is landing north. So we're going to file on PilotEdge. So no tech route, so we'll just leave that blank. And we're going to do CPD since we're a turboprop and this airport is equipped with CPC right here, CPDLC. So as long as the airport is equipped with that clearance capability, then you are then allowed to do the text thing. So we're going to do flight level 180 on this, and like I said, I'm curious to see what he does with this departure. He might keep it, he might not. All right, so flight plan has been filed. We'll go ahead and bring up the live map, see what that shows. We'll zoom in here. And weather's nice. Sunny California, not much clouds, no rain. That's my quick weather thing. 7 Lima Yankee, 20 bucks, they'll give you the Muscle 8. That's I remember hearing that departure. Yeah, so where would that end? I guess Seal Beach, huh? No. Yeah. So we might do the Muscle 8 to Seal Beach if I had to guess, and then maybe Seal Beach to Gorman. So this makes more sense, but we'll see what they do. That's all part of, like, that's why I say you don't say when you request clearance to Bakersfield as filed, because you're not telling them, you're not ordering them to give you what you filed. And I hear that all the time on VATSIM. It's like a little pet peeve of mine. It's not a big deal, but it's just a pet peeve because it's a negotiation when it comes to IFR. When you just say request IFR to Bakersfield, they look at what you filed, and then at that point it's a negotiation really to see, what they give back. We can accept, reject it, amend it. It's a whole thing. So all the time I hear people say request IFR to wherever as filed. I'm like, you might not get as filed, so why say that? Just my little pet peeve. It's not a big deal. All right, so we are at John Wayne. So let's zoom in here. Looks like we're not alone. There we are. Looks like that's just a system that took it. That doesn't mean we're gonna keep it, but at least that's showing up. And yeah, there's no tech route for this. SNAS S. John Wayne, and BFL is not there. So, all right, come back over here. If I was ATC and someone satisfied, I'd give them an entire reroute. You'd be doing a lot of reroutes on VATSIM, my friend, a lot of reroutes, including different departures and arrival airport. Right. That would be funny. All right, so we are loaded up. Let's open this thing up. Over here, unlock that, open that, push the door open this. Come back here, open up our luggage. Okay. Now I hear airplanes. There we go. Now we got some action. Got some action. All right, let's bring some power to this airplane. First thing, let's get rid of these tie downs and such and cones. So we're going to come over here to our little truck, remove all those. Ground power unit. Takes a second to kick on there. There we go. So now we have external power is available. Just to ruffle the feathers. With you. Yeah, that's another thing. And you'll hear with you on VATSIM like all the time. But the PilotEdge controllers will secretively make fun of you. And it's not like the end of the world, but it's like it's unnecessary lingo. PilotEdge does things like letter to the law. You know, it's all black and white. They don't like the variations because are considered a training network. So they do everything by the book. And they'll kind of make fun of you if you say with you, because they will come back on the radio and they'll say, I am also with you. And it's just like a little nudge, you know what I mean? It's just, if you actually watched like one of their live streams and the PilotEdge live streamers, when someone comes across and says with you, they will make, sometimes they make fun of them. But I don't see them live streaming that much anymore, probably because they might have gotten complained on or something. All right. Battery is good. Battery's good. External power is connected. We're going to connect the external power. And we'll turn on our 3 avionics. And we'll get our nav lights, seat belts, and smoking lights. No smoking lights. Nav lights, seat belts, battery temperature. Have to monitor that for takeoff. Come back here and we'll turn on our galley lights. Open up the shade. Seat belts. So you can turn these on and off like the seat belt. So you can actually turn them on and off, which is kind of cool. Did I file LAX to KSAN? Did I file the wrong freaking flight plan? Let me see. I might have pulled up the wrong flight plan because I have an LAX. No, I did it right. SNA to BFL. Yeah, I did it right. Because I do have a flight that goes from LAX to BFL to Bakersfield. Oh, you thought LAX to Ksan, cleared from Fullerton, direct, maintain, expect 400,000, 3:30 seconds departure. Yeah, that would be great. It isn't just altitude when you join another channel under IFR. When you join another channel under IFR. No, you didn't. I'm expanding my joke. Okay. Sorry, you filed right. Didn't need to confuse you. No, it's okay. So, you have a question. Isn't it just altitude when you join another channel under IFR? What do you mean by that? I don't understand your question. I'll turn up these lights. Turn up these lights. And we'll do emergency lights. Turn up our instruments. Those lights. Okay. Turn on our Garmin. This thing takes a second to warm up. And with this, you have to physically turn this knob to turn on the GPS, otherwise you'll have no GPS. All right, we need to drag out this throttle quadrant thing. I'm going to come up here and we're going to go reload bindings. Bring these up to ground idle. Leave these at fuel cutoff for right now. I'm saying instead of with you, isn't it only altitude needed? Yes. Yeah, so you only report your present altitude and your assigned altitude when you check in with your call sign, obviously. So you would say SoCal departure United 1399, 10,000, climbing 14,000, and that's it. No with you or nothing like that. VFR with no flight following, you give it a lot more, was questioning IFR. Yeah. And if you're checking in with approach facility of your destination, the ATIS as well. Correct. Yep. With approach, you always give your ATIS, not with centers, but like 7 Lima Yankee said, when you're checking in with the approach, the TRACONs, then you always give the ATIS so they know you're current with runway closures, weather, the airport operations, and so on. Alright, we're going to get our ATIS. Speaking of ATIS, so we're going to come down here and just drag that down for a minute. And it's 121.5, so we're going to do 126.0. Pop that over, but first you got to turn up COM 2, otherwise you won't hear anything. Pop that over.
3. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Quebec.
Alright, still Quebec, so nothing's
John
actually
Wayne
changed.
Airport, ATIS
So that should
information
be
Quebec.
3012.
1853 Zulu. Windcom. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 21. Dew point 6. Altimeter 3012.
Yep,
arriving and
same.
departing runways.
Alright. If you're climbing, you say climb via the SID or on SID, or say current into. So you don't say climb via the SID, you check in with which SID you're on, because you know a lot of these bigger airports have multiple SIDs and multiple stars. So you don't say climbing via the SID. That's another thing that I hear a lot on VATSIM. You say climbing via whatever SID you're on. Now, if the SID doesn't have altitude restrictions published, and all it is like a top altitude on the SID for say 9,000, then you could say, like we might be doing the Channel whatever, and I don't know, you want what the top altitude is on that. Let me see if that has a top altitude. Yeah, there's no altitude restrictions. Let me see. All right, so this doesn't have an altitude on it. Otherwise, you could just say, you would check in saying United 1399, Channel 3, leaving 10,000 for 16,000 or whatever they assigned you in this case. But you always check in with the actual name of the SID that you're assigned, so they know which direction you're going and what transitions are on the SID. So, you know, LAX, for example, has a ton of SIDs, or Las Vegas has a ton of SIDs. So you always identify the SID that you're on that way. I mean, they can look up the strip and see what SID you're on. So would it be like a demerit or whatever, you know, if you just say climbing via? But it's better to give them the most accurate information you can. And I have never been corrected by saying which SID or star I'm currently on. And I was corrected a whole lot when I first flew on this server. But I've never been corrected when I just say I'm climbing via whatever SID I'm assigned. All right, so the altitude here is 56 feet, so we are right on the money on our altimeter there. So that's 3012, so I'll bring that up to 3012. And both of those are the same, so that's what the backup one is for. And let's see if we can get our clearance. So we'll pull this up and we'll get our clearance. So we are United 1399, and we'll log in, and we shall hear something back shortly. If you're climbing, you say via the SID or SID, or say current. You would just say the SID that you're on. I might have already answered that. Yeah, I did already answer that. Never mind. So, okay. So we should be getting a message here. Curious if they changed the thing. Oh, well, I'll hear the tone. So we'll get oh, there's the tone. Okay. So come back here. We got ATC message. So we're going to click ATC. I'm going to go next and standby, so that way it won't disappear on us. Because this will time out at 1.5 minutes if you don't accept or standby. If you hit standby, it will be on there for as long as you need. Clear to Bakersfield. Yeah, I got what I wanted, or I got what I filed. Cool. You owe me 20 bucks. Just kidding. All right, so yeah, cool. So we're gonna do the Channel 3. In the Gorman transition, it's not part of the, like, we're not allowed to fly it per the SID. So it's only here because it's where we begin the star, our arrival in the Bakersfield. That's probably why they allowed it, because this is part of the FASTO 2 as well as the Channel 3. But I guess they just allowed it. All right, so then it's 5. We're going to maintain 5,000 initial here. And then we're cleared to 180. 5 minutes. Departure frequency is 128.10. next, squawk 2047. All right, I am okay with that, so we're going to go ahead and accept it. That closes it out. So make sure I'm seeing everything properly here. 5,000, 180, 128.10, 5,000, 2047, because I'm going to have to close this out to get current weather, but I'll give it a few minutes before I do that. Did they require it to reroute? No, I got what I found. Yeah, they didn't reroute or anything. Ouch. Yeah. VFR with flight following, so no radar contact yet. You need location, altitude, weather, and intentions. Yeah, right. If you have no radar contact yet, like doing like a cold call. Yeah. You always give your location, your altitude, weather if you're landing. Now, if you're not landing, you're just picking up flight following, then you don't need to give weather. You just say flight following to your destination. But if you're coming into an airport you want to land, then a cold call would be exactly like you wrote. Location, altitude, weather, and intentions. All right, let's see if I can get this overlay working. So we're going to go flight planning. I'm going to load this. Should take a second. PilotEdge, get that going. Departure chart, SID, Chanel 3. So basically, we're going to fly the Gorman transition, just like it says here. So from over SXC, which is Santa Canelina, sorry about that, from over Santa Canelina, VOR on Santa Canelina radial 344 to LAX VOR, then on the LAX radial 323 to Gorman VOR, and actually we have to start here. Climb on a heading of 196, okay, until we cross over the John Wayne localizer, or we're going to climb on the John Wayne localizer south course until 1 DME, or, and this is the one that I'm going to do, so we're going to fly on a heading of 196 or until, or we will, 196 until the Seal Beach VOR radial 118. So when we get to this radial 118, then we're going to do a left turn on a heading 177. So we're going to come out here until we cross the Seal Beach radial 132. So once we cross this radial, then we're going to do a right turn and we're going to head on to a course of 202 to intercept and proceed via the Santa Canelina radial 084, which is this one, which would be a course heading of 264 because it's a reciprocal. So radials always come out of the VOR in a clockwise manner. So you select your course heading for 264 to go inbound to Santa Canelina. Thence. So thence means you go to this part, which is the Gorman. So from over the Santa Canelina VOR, then we're going to proceed on the Santa Canelina 344 radial to the LAX VOR. So 344, which is this one. I'm sorry, this one. So we're going to go due north to the LAX VOR, and then we go to Gorman VOR on this 323 radial. So we're going to do this entire flight slant alpha radial. We're going to use the radials in the heading, and I'll have the GPS as backup, just for backup purposes. So that's how we're going to fly that. What happened for the ouch? Oh, because 7 Lima Yankee said that he bets me $20 that I'll get the Muscle 8 departure instead of what I filed. So I was messing with him, saying that he owes me 20 bucks because I got what I filed. I usually can't keep track when to say ATIS in the past, so always said it anyways. Yeah, well, I mean, you always say ATIS when you're coming into an arrival, for sure. Both IFR and VFR, it's a good single word extra. Yes, I agree. All right, guys, so that's how we're going to depart. I'm going to get that programmed in, and we'll get that squared away. And let me see if I can get the overlay working here. So let's see if I can get this overlay going. All right, there's the overlay. And I need to load my weather. So I'm going to close out the clearance thing, and I'm going to load up my weather. Get the weather started. I'm also going to connect my ACARS to this flight because the iGo Connect will take into account fuel burn and will adjust the center of gravity as we fly, which is kind of cool. All right, got that going. Need to get that going, and I need to come over here to this, load this again. All right, so ACARS, and we'll go ahead and connect the aircraft to ACARS. That way it will, I can run a performance report when we're done with the flight, and it will tell me how good or bad I did or how mad the passengers are at me, which is kind of fun. All right, so we are ready to get things rolling here. Get that weather connected. Come up here. I'll drag this thing down. Close that. And we'll come out here. Close this door. Close that. Close that. And we'll come up here and we'll SkyMax Pro. Let's reload the weather so everything matches what the weather stations are saying for cloud cover. All these doors, lights should be out, which they are. So we're going to get ready for engine start. So we're going to turn off the left and right avionics. Everything is down. Come up here. We're going to do a motoring start. So we're going to turn those off and do beacon light on. So we are ready to start her up. Hydraulics, that's what that noise was, the hydraulics. All right, so we're going to start her up. So I have to bring this up here. I have to do a, I have to windmill it to 20 NG. We're going to use engine 1 start first. So I'm going to do 20 NG, and then we'll pop up here. I have to hold the start button, and then we'll put, we'll add fuel, and then we'll do ignition to normal, and then we'll get a light off. So this is the hard way of doing it. I could just put it in start and leave the ignition in normal. But this is how you would do it for like a second flight if the ITT is still high, because the ITT has to be below 175 degrees. So you would do a motoring start. So I just do it to pretend that this is my second flight and that we just landed like 30 minutes ago or whatever. So it's more fun to do it this way. All right, so we are ready. So we're going to kick on engine 1. So we're going to do engine 1. And all right, we're going to do engine 1. NG is rising. I'm going to add fuel here at 30. There's that. Come up here, ignition to normal. Come back down here. Ignition light is on. ITT is rising. NG is climbing, so we don't have any hung starts, so we're good there. I'm no longer pressing the starter button. All right, temperature is still climbing. And once the engine is stabilized, we will start engine 2. But first we need to come up here and we'll cover that. And then we're going to remove the ground power unit. But first we need to reset the gen. So we're going to do left gen reset and give it about a good 5 seconds for that generator to kick on. And then we can remove the external power. So we're going to do external power off. Now we're running off of the left engine. So now we come over here to our truck and remove our ground power unit. That is now gone. So now we are good to go and we can light off engine 2 because the generator, the GPU was on the right side. So you don't want to do an engine start while the guy was removing it. So now we're going to do the same thing. Wait till this comes to about 30, and then I'll add fuel. Adding fuel. Come up here. Ignition to normal. Ignition is on. Release the start button. And we'll keep an eye on the ITT. Make sure we don't have a hung start or hot starts. So far, so good. Ignition should kick off soon. Alright, looks like we have 2 good engines. So we'll come back up here, cover up our ignition somehow. And then we'll reset that one. And you'll see it pop up here in a second. Alright. Go back to main. So now we are good on power. Now we need to reset the air conditioning. So we'll reset the bleeds. Turn on our recirc fans. And we're going to drag this down here. Alright, everything is looking good. Turn back on our avionics. All right. So we are good to 5,000, so we're just going to leave that where we are. So let me see what you wrote here. So you took out the Epic for an FSC instead of the TBM, forgot how to use Skyview, kept turning it off the direction I wanted, didn't realize till doing donuts in the sky that it was tied to a localizer, not to GPS. I've done that. Yep, nav is nav, regardless if you're on GPS or radial mode. I forgot how smooth that plane is. It puts the TBM to shame in performance. Oh, it's way faster. I love that plane for FS economy just for that reason. I only wish Aerobasque planes had similar maintenance tracking as the TBM. I bet the Aerobasque Falcon 8X will be comparable. By the way, I'm hoping going to be getting on PE tonight. Depends how work goes. Oh, that'd be nice, dude. That would be awesome. I'm doing an Allegiant virtual VA group flight tonight on VATSIM with my Allegiant virtual guys, so that should be for a good time. Doing my A320 flight tonight. I won't be live streaming it, but I'll be online. Alright, so we need to get this set up for the departure, so I'm going to run to the little boy's room real quick before we push back, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, I am back. We should get together for the San Juan Adventure thing. Yeah, that'd be fun. Are you signing up for the Western Expansion Pack? Because that's the one you would need if you want to do that on the PilotEdge network. But yeah, if you want to do that, I'm all for it. I haven't done that in a while. The only thing with that, you have to use custom weather because it's usually overcast up there. So I just use custom weather and put everything to Kavik with zero wind, and it just makes it easier to do the island hopping. Alright, let me program in this departure before we get too sidetracked here, because there is a lot of radials. So we're going to use COM 1 and COM 2, I mean NAV 1 and NAV 2. So we're going to do NAV 1 for the second radial, which is Seal Beach 115.7. So let's do 115.7, so we'll pop that up there. And then we'll come down here and we shall do a NAV 1 course. That would be 132. 132 and nav 2, we shall do same one, 115.7. Pop that up there. And then the second one we're going to need is Santa Canelina, which is 111.4. So we'll do 1114. So we have Seal Beach and we have Catalina VORs ready. And that radio will be radio 118. So let's come over here. Be 118. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. 118. And we'll get rid of this other thing. So that's the first radial that we have to cross over, which is 118 displayed there, and then that's when we'll turn to a heading of 177. So we're going to start out on heading 196, 18, 196. So we'll start there, which is basically runway heading. Actually, it would be the back course localizer, but I'm not going to worry about that. All right. So we're going to do vertical speed of 18 to 1500 feet, and we'll come here and we'll do performance. We are at sea level. And we are, what is this weight again? Let me see, load. So we have a ground ramp weight, takeoff weight is 26,000 pounds. 26,000, does that? Odd, it disconnected. Let me see if it does that again. So it was 26,000 pounds. So, okay, so 26,000 pounds, and the temperature here is 21. So it'd be this column. And we are at 26, so we're going to do a VR of 108. So 108 is our rotation speed, so we're good there. And we're going to reset our trims, which is this button. Cycle our flaps, make sure they work. Flaps are going back. We should, last week every day was sunny, windy, but sunny. Yeah, I mean, that's completely up to you if you want to use custom weather or not. I'm just saying, for me, I find it more enjoyable when I'm not doing, you know, hardcore ATC stuff and flying procedures and all that, to just use Kavik weather if I'm just doing island jumps, you know, with no wind. Just makes it nicer for me. But certainly if you want to use real weather, that's completely up to you, my friend. I was up there trying to tame the beaver you bought, yeah. But the beaver is a tricky one. That said, I'm getting okay on pavement. Need to learn to do the dirt landings. Yeah, definitely. Especially with that plane. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're going back to flaps 10. Landing altitude. Our landing altitude is Bakersfield is 510. So we'll put altitude at 500, and the pressure there is 3012. So that's right about there, so that's good. That will adjust accordingly. This is in auto mode. Everything here is good for cabin pressure. Let's make sure our hydraulics are topped off, so we're going to open that. Bring this up to 3000. Recover. Come down here and we shall squawk our code, which was 2047. And ground control for 20 right, it's 120.8, so we're going to do 120.8, and 20 right is 126.8, so we'll get 126.8 set up. So we got ground and tower. And now we're going to get our pushback ready. So we're going to go to better pushback, pre-plan, and we're just going to kick back to about here.
Ground to cockpit.
I'll be able to turn
Call
at
me
that
through the
point.
menu when you are ready.
Ground to cockpit,
tow is driving up.
Bracket Tower, Cessna 21705, request frequency change.
Pitot heats, prop to normal,
Cessna
all that is
705, you don't have to request that. Once you leave Class Delta airspace, you're free to change frequency on your own, but check your transponder to make sure you squawk altitude.
No lights
and
overhead.
Copy that, and we'll squawk altitude 705.
Except for those. Those disappear as you add in
power.
power.
Cross runway 25 left at Foxtrot.
Class 25 left at Foxtrot, November 4 Juliet Bravo.
Let's see if this disregards again.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
I wonder if turning on one disconnects the other. Maybe that's what the issue is. If that's the issue, I just want
strap and adapter in position.
Connect
Release
it.
parking brake when ready to start pushback.
It's still trying to connect. Alright. Alright, it's connected. Let me see if the other one. Maybe it has to be up front. Yeah, it disconnected it. So weird. Okay. So I'll just turn this one on and not use the other one. I think one kicks the other one off. Possibly using the same port. Yep, it did. It kicked the other one off. That's fine. I'll just use it for weather updates. And this one should still be online. So I should be able to go to flight plan. Okay. And I will come back to the chat here in a little bit. So when I get out on out of here, make sure we're not going to push back into anyone. Looks fine. So we'll go ahead and kill the brake. Winch us up. Push back here.
Starting pushback.
Last time I had to manually force this thing to stop. Let's see if it does what it's supposed to. Because you don't want to push back on the taxiway alpha.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
That thing's tricky.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
The difference that helped was I was always told in the old days of before FS 2020 was to keep tail up, or not 2020, FS 2000 was to keep the tail up and use brakes to adjust direction. XP11, that's a guaranteed ground loop because actual physics. Yeah, the only tail draggers I've flown are remote controlled aircraft that were tail draggers. I don't think I've ever flown a tail dragger on a sim, so that would be totally different for sure. It's like we're holding up the traffic here.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Alright, taxi light is on. Got to activate our nose wheel steering, which is this thing here. So I got a button assigned to it, so we'll push that down. So we have nose wheel steering. We'll get our current ATIS.
53 Zulu. Wind variable at 3. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 24. Dew point 4. Altimeter 3009er. Arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold order instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Romeo.
Alright, we are current
John
with
Wayne
Romeo.
Airport,
Los Angeles Tower, November 324, Juliet Bravo is holding short runway 25 right, ready to go.
Number 324, Juliet, Los Angeles Tower, runway 25 right at Foxtrot, clear for takeoff.
Just turn that brake off. We'll bring up
25 right at Foxtrot, clear for takeoff, November 4, Juliet Bravo.
Conditioner levers are moved up. Add in some power. Get this thing facing the way we need to face. Alright, that's good enough. John Wayne ground, United 1399, connected in at the terminal with Romeo, ready to taxi.
United 1399, John ground, craft null runway 20 right, taxi via Alpha Lima, hold short runway 20 left.
20 right via Alpha Lima, hold short, 20 left, United 1399. Alright, Alpha Lima.
Bakersfield ground, Twin Cessna 743 Papa Charlie.
Cessna 743 Papa Charlie, Bakersfield ground.
Yeah, it's Twin Cessna 743 Papa Charlie, Cessna 340 Slant Golf. Request traffic advisory.
Right, we got left
Destination
controls.
Mojave, cruise altitude 7,500. ATIS Echo, Cat 6.
We are in beta mode right now.
Cessna 3 Papa Charlie, departure frequency 118.8, squawk 3205.
18.83205, Twin Cessna 3 Papa Charlie.
Correct.
Hydro just topped off on its own. It's automatic. Alright, so we're going to be doing the first radial is 118. That would be this one, I believe. Yeah, that'd be 118. So we need to go left on Alpha here.
Los Angeles clearance, 060 Mike Sierra, tower en route to Oxnard.
060 Mike Sierra, Los Angeles clearance, clear to Oxnard Airport via fly heading 255, radar vectors to Van Nuys, direct. Maintain 4000, departure frequency 125.2, squawk 4613.
Hold short,
Clear to
go ahead and
Oxnard
turn
via
on
fly
our
heading
brake.
255, then radar vectors Van Nuys, then direct.
Switch to
maintain
tower,
4000,
departures 128.10.
SIG and departure frequency, squawk 4613.
Now measure Mike Sierra, departure frequency 125.2, rest of the bank
We're going to do takeoff inhibit.
Departure frequency 125.2, 080 Mike Sierra.
Do landing lights,
Bakersfield ground,
strobes.
Twin Cessna 743, Papa Charlie. We're at Bakersfield Jet Center, taxi with Echo.
Cessna 3 Papa Charlie, runway 30 right, taxi via Alpha Bravo.
Let the crew know. Engine
309
course
Alpha Bravo, Twin Cessna 3
on, which is auto feather.
November 4, Juliet Bravo, radar contact, maintenance frequency.
And we'll do, actually I'll do the C-top.
Maintenance frequency, November 4, Juliet Bravo.
Bring this up to, how much runway do I got? 5,000, so we're going to do 100% since we are heavy. And we'll arm the C-top, which will hold the torque. It should hold the torque right at 100% without over-torquing the engine. Over-torquing. Alright, we are on 126.8. John Wayne Tower, United 1399, hold short 20 left.
United 1399, John Wayne Tower, cross runway 20 left at Lima, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff.
Cross 20 left at Lima, 20 right, clear for takeoff, United 1399.
November 4, Juliet Bravo, leaving Los Angeles Bravo airspace, contact SoCal departure.
Alright, conditional
Switch
levers
to SoCal
maps.
departure, November 4, Juliet Bravo. Good day.
We have to press and hold the autopilot button
Limburg Tower,
for
77 Hotel
second
Zulu on the 27
to
localizer
activate
approach.
We're going to be on heading mode.
Tower, runway 27, clear to land.
And we've got
Runway
altitude
27,
5,000
set.
set.
Hotel Zulu.
Okay. Take off. Alright. Winds are 300 at 3, and we're going to rotate right about there. Okay. So when we bring up the prop, we're going to bring it up 50% power. Make sure everything is good to go. Engines are stable. Everything's in the green. Brakes off.
Bakersfield Tower, Twin Cessna 743, Papa Charlie, holding
Takeoff
short 30
power
right.
is
Cessna 73
set.
Papa Charlie, Bakersfield Tower, make right, downwind departure, runway 30 right,
Course
clear
and
for
light is armed.
Runway 30 right, clear for takeoff, right downwind departures, Twin Cessna 3 Papa
We are
Charlie.
rolling.
Los Angeles ground, 080 Mike Sierra, information Oscar, south ramp, taxi.
Coming up to V1.
25 right at Foxtrot, taxi via
Rotate.
Alpha Foxtrot, cross runway 25 left at Foxtrot.
Runway 25 right
Positive
at
right.
Foxtrot, via Alpha
Gear
Foxtrot,
coming up.
25 left at Foxtrot, 80 Mike Sierra.
Autopilot on. Flaps up. And we're going to climb out till we cross that radial, which is right here. And then we're going to go left
United 1399, contact SoCal departure.
over to departure, United 1399. See ya. Alright, so there's a radial, so now we're going to go 177, so that'd be 15677 until we cross this radial of 132. So that would be
Tower,
departures 128.1. I know she's checking in, so I'm going to wait a second before I sign in. And we're going to go IAS mode. And I'll sign in here. SoCal departure, United 1399, Channel 3, leaving 1,900 for 5,000. So we're still on this heading at 17.
United 1399, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 8,000.
Climb maintain 8,000, United 1399. Alright, so we're waiting for this radial, which we're crossing here in a moment. And then we're going to go on a heading of 202, according to this departure. Let me see. Seal Beach, 32, right turn, 20, and then a right turn heading of 202 to intercept and proceed on. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna once we cross this radial, I'll go ahead and actually I need to undo these CTOTs. So let me increase my levers to that, undo that, so I don't fry the engines.
Negative, after departure, Twin Cessna 743 Papa Charlie is passing 3,000, climbing to 7,500.
Alright, now we're going to turn right on a 202.
November 743 Papa Charlie, SoCal, correction, Bakersfield
202 heading, and then we need to adjust the VOR for Santa Canelina, which is 111.4. So I think I actually had that one set up, but I'm going to use this one instead. So we're going to do 1114. We'll get that ready, and we need the 264 inbound. 264 inbound to Santa Canelina. 264, 24, 25, 264. That looks, yeah, there we go. 264. So we'll have to intercept that radial when we get there. Climbing out at 1,500 feet per minute, so that's good. CTOT is off. Let's bring this all the way back to 0. Gear is up. Flaps are up.
Number 4 Juliet Papa, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
128.1, November 4 Juliet Bravo.
One thing I didn't do, which I could have done for more power, was turned off the bleed air, but I didn't think to do that. Matter of fact, I need to have that on. Okay. Bleed air is on, yaw damper is on. The yaw damper is connected to the autopilot.
November 324 Juliet Bravo, 4,900.
November 324
I didn't put in a flight plan yet. I guess I should do that.
09er,
thank you, sir.
United 1399, contact LA, correction, SoCal departure 127.4.
SoCal 127.4, United 1399. 27.4. SoCal departure, United 1399, 7,900 for 8,000.
United 1399, SoCal departure, climb and maintain 16,000.
Climb maintain 16,000, United 1399. 16,000. We'll go back to vertical speed and we'll get
United 1399, clear direct Santa Catalina VOR.
Clear direct Santa Canelina VOR, United 1399. Alright, so we're just going to go straight to the VOR. We'll adjust this so we know we're going straight to it, which is probably the other way. Alright, so that would be going straight to Santa Canelina, which we know because we're on 1114, it should be Catalina, which it is. Continue our climb here. I need to put in a flight plan here. Sorry, heavy workload, guys. Alright, totally forgot to put in the stuff. Alright, let's turn these lights off. And we'll climb out at 2,000. Let's reduce our conditioner levers to 79. And then we'll go to IAS mode again here at 60. And alright, real fast. Flight plan, menu, delete, and we're going to go
November
to
872 Golf, contact Joshua Approach 126.1.
S N A to B.
Joshua Approach, Temple Golf Flight Level 190, descending via Jenny 5.
November 872 Golf, SoCal Approach, correction Joshua Approach, Burbank altimeter 3010 uniform square.
Channel 3 to Gorman, get that loaded. And we're going out Santa Canelina, so we're just going to do the rest of this procedure.
SoCal departure, Sirius 80
Still
Mike
climbing
Sierra,
at 1,000.
2,900, climbing 4,000, heading 270.
Engines are still in the green, it's okay. And we're going
November 80 Mike Sierra,
straight to the
SoCal departure,
VOR.
radar contact, maintain 4,000.
Maintain 4,000, 0 Mike Sierra.
Let's do prop sync on, turn that on. And then we'll finish this flight plan. So we're gonna do procedure and arrival, Fasto from Gorman, enter. Let's go there. Menu, activate, direct to, activate, clear, hold. We can go to GPS mode, and now we can go to nav, do nav, and I was like, what is it doing? I guess it's getting on course. It's on GPS mode. SXC.
United 1399, contact LA Center 128.6.
LA Center 128.6, United 1399. 286. Pop that over there. Let me back that a little bit. LA Center, United 1399, climbing 12,900 for 16,000.
United 1399, LA Center, climb and maintain flight level 180. Turn right, heading 330, when able, clear direct Gorman.
Climb maintain flight level 180, right turn 330, then when able, direct Gorman, United 1399. 330, heading 330.
November 0 Mike Sierra, turn right, heading 310, and contact SoCal Approach 134.2.
Gorman, so that would be menu, activate, direct to, activate, flight plan, nav, cabin pressure, 4.5 difference.
Charlie, I have nothing in the area, sorry. Contact Joshua Approach 124.55.
Good there. Back that up. bit more, 150.
November 80 Mike Sierra, SoCal Approach, Oxnard altimeter is 3013 Mike, current there. Do you have an approach request or just a visual?
Here's Santa Canelina. Mr. X is Catalina.
November 80 Mike Sierra, Roger, cleared, direct Kudak.
There's actually planes and stuff down there. Nice little
November
$100 hamburger.
Charlie, Joshua Approach, Mojave, altimeter 3020.
I forgot to close that door. I thought I closed it. We're going to be invaded. No access for you.
72 Golf Flags.
Los Angeles American 280, good afternoon, flight level 20.
American 280, Los Angeles Center, hello, descend via the Rockstar 1 arrival.
Descend via the Rockstar 1 arrival, American 280.
Number 3, Papa Charlie Rod.
The prop is fine. I don't know why the engine is always in the red. Take out the power a little bit. I think we're okay. Rather it over torque versus over twerk, right? Alright, I'm afraid to keep adding in more power because the engines are kind of pinged. If I add condition, that really increases the prop, so I don't want to do that. So that's fine. Could probably do 80 actually. Does that increase our vertical speed? Not really. If I add too much throttle, then that raises the engine RPM into the red. So we'll just keep it at 80%. We are climbing away okay, so
November 5232 Kilo, SoCal departure, radar contact.
we're going to bring our thing back to standard.
Right there, Mike Sierra, thanks. Contact point Magoo approach 124.7.
Make sure they match 17.1. They're matching. Lower the sound of this engine a little bit. Gets a little tiring.
November 451 Delta Whiskey, Santa Barbara departure, squawk 5336. November 743 Papa Charlie, contact Mojave Tower 127.6. November 872 Golf, contact SoCal Approach 134.2.
There's LA.
Grade 0 Mike Sierra, Point Mugu Approach, cross Kudak at 4000, cleared straight in, RNAV runway 25 approach.
Alright, we are going to the Gorman VOR for the Fasto 2. So I'm just going to use RNAV, so I'm done with the slant alpha stuff.
November 872 Golf, SoCal
so
Approach,
we're just going
to
dial in
and,
Shafter, because sometimes they give us cross at an altitude so many miles away from Shafter or whatever.
November 872 Golf at Wabbit,
so
cleared RNAV runway 8 approach.
I am going to put that in before the airport. Let's do that. So
November
that would
1
be
Delta Whiskey, the squawk code 5336.
EHF. So we'll put that, let me see, Fasto, so we'll do EHF. VOR. So then we can have a VNAV for Shafter, and let me see, if they give me an altitude, it would probably be like 10,000 maybe. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just start with 10,000. I can adjust it from there.
The 32 Kilo, turn left, heading 100, join Victor 23.
10,000, and we'll do, we'll say 10 miles. This is all tentative. Prior to that, and we'll set it for a 1,200 foot descend. So that should work fine. We can do an approach, which would be ILS 30 right, and we can do it from Fasto. So we'll just do vectors, I think. Let me see, JUPIX? Can I do JUPIX? Yeah, we'll do JUPIX. JUPIX, we'll load that in. And our engine is good. Our cabin pressure is fine. Let's back off the engine to our cruise, which should be like 78 and 79 on the conditioner levers.
November 202 Las Vegas departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain 14,000.
See, usually it says the ITT should be less than 830, and I don't come close to 800 degrees for this plane. I don't know why it's like that. So I'm more interested in keeping the engines and props out of the red. But we made it to our cruising altitude here. Okay, still flying MSFS these days. No, 7 Lima Yankee. I am waiting on the Aerosoft CRJ 700 to be released, and I think that's going to be released on, it's like within, the 16th of this month. So in less than 2 weeks the CRJ will be released, and then I'm going to have to look at some videos and, you know, make a checklist and all that stuff.
202 Roger.
So once that drops and once I have my checklist, then we'll go ahead and fly it. So I will be live streaming the Microsoft Flight Sim once I get that airplane.
202.
But I haven't
Are you able to receive a TAC?
I haven't flown that sim since it came out.
Identify ARCO if you don't have GPS or TAC.
No one flies that. Can't fly a spreadsheet simulator when it cannot use actual physics around airfoils.
202 Roger, turn
Kind of
right
intrigued with just flights, Piper Arrow. Yeah, that looks good. Like, just for the views, that's the only reason that I would use it. Because I agree with Das in the fact that X-Plane is a superior flight simulator. However, you can't beat the views of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And you know, but I was waiting until some sort of technical aircraft comes out before I flew in it, because you guys know I like busy airplanes with switches and buttons and stuff. If I'm not busy during the flight, then I get bored and I just don't want to fly. So that's why I like complicated airplanes. But yeah, I'm going to get that CRJ and you'll see me flying that by the end of the month for sure on the new sim. And I bought the sim. I need to update it. I haven't updated that in months. It's probably going to take me all day to update it. All right, let me look up D-ATIS. Bakersfield, D-ATIS. Arriving, departing, 30 right and left. Visual approaches are in use, so we will use we'll use an ILS approach. So the ILS
November 872 Golf, contact
is
Burbank Tower
1119. So we'll dial in 1119, pop that up there, and then we'll go to
November 80 Mike Sierra, contact Oxnard Tower.
Heading, switch that, and we'll adjust our course.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, I'm not sure if I said earlier, but your radar contact 15 miles southwest of Fellows. Contact LA Center 135.5.
301 is set. Let's go back to nav. I should be able to give this a lot more throttle. Like,
LA Center, Skyhawk 451
Delta engine
Whiskey with you at
RPMs
7,500.
I'm just afraid that I'll blow up the engine, so I'm not going to push it. But normally, like, you can use these lights. These used to make sounds. Now it just makes a little call light. And the button lights up, but the ding sound is not there anymore.
November 274 Whiskey Charlie, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000.
Kind of intrigued with, yeah, the Just Flight Piper Arrow does look good. I've been looking at that as well, but that's kind of a slow airplane for my liking, so
November 202,
once they
maintain 15,000.
release, you know, something that I would like to fly, then Just Flight definitely makes some pretty airplanes. So I'm probably not going to get the Piper Arrow, but I am definitely looking forward to flying some VFR stuff. Issue you'll see in aircraft on MSFS is you really cannot IFR in it. Those systems are just wrong, so you'll get deviations on PE. Yes, but that's one of the reasons I've been waiting so long, is the CRJ and the nav data and everything is supposed to be good by the time it's released. So I don't know if Microsoft is going to fix their nav data, or if I need to download a nav data set from Navigraph, because I pay a yearly subscription for Navigraph. So I don't know if it costs extra for MSFS. We'll have to see. Hopefully not, because I'll just use an old data set if that's the case, and manually type in the waypoints if I have to. But you're right, you know, there is definitely some issues with
aircraft calling, that was unreadable.
But you know, for VATSIM purposes, it's probably going to be what I fly it on to begin with, just because of those issues. and I'll leave my
November
more
202, contact now with approach 135.1.
technical stuff for PilotEdge for sure, and explain. The 7 Lima Yankee says CRJ will probably fit the bill on busy, no auto throttle on that flying pencil. Yeah, that's what I've read. I guess they have a, I'm not sure how that works with the auto throttle. I guess you just adjust the speed. So, like I said, I have to look at the videos, but you figure the real world pilots don't have auto throttle, so I'm not sure how that works.
On the 358 radio.
But if you just need to thread the throttle and go with it, I don't know.
High ILS, runway 2 on left approach.
Got an altimeter, 3012.
Before Whiskey Charlie, turn left, direct Clipper. Resume the departure, climb via SID.
And Echo.
United 1399, contact LA Center 125.27.
LA Center 125.27, United 1399. 2527. Pop that over there. LA Center, United 1399, flight level 180.
United 1399, Los Angeles Center. Cross 40 miles south of Shafter at 12,000. Bakersfield altimeter 3012.
Cross 40 miles south of Shafter at 12,000, 3012, United 1399.
Spartan 12. SoCal approach. You're breaking up a little bit, and I only heard about half the request.
40 miles
6414, what's your destination?
Of Shafter, so let's do VNAV. Do 40 miles. Oh my God. I knew they were going to do this to me.
Spartan 12, it looks like you're not squawking mode C if you're the target that it looks like you reported to me. And you're also like right next to Albany, so radar service is terminated and contact Albany Tower, turn your transponder to mode C.
And so we'll descend now. So we'll go...
American 280, contact Las Vegas approach 135.5. Correction, 135.0.
Vertical speed and
I blocked you. Say the second frequency again.
135.0.
So I need about 1200.
135, nothing, next 3.
LA Center, United 1399 is leaving 180.
Gotcha.
And he said it was 3012, I think. So we'll do 3012. 3012. And we'll keep an eye on
American
the speed.
280, Las Vegas approach at Preno, cleared ILS, runway 26 left approach, altimeter 3022.
To adjust accordingly here. Alright, so that was cruise, and we are descending now, so...
November 5232 kilo, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
And ATIS is 18.6. 18.6, and approach has their own as well, so let me see. 18.8 is approach. Alright. So I don't know. Put in the Shafter VOR real quick, which is 115.4.
November 5232 kilo, SoCal approach, turn left, heading 080, radar vectors to Canic.
Did that get me a DME?
Altimeter 3010, Palomar.
Let me see. It's oh, here's the distance. 64 miles. So I don't know how accurate. We'll have to see how close that is. And we'll switch back to ILS here in a moment. Looks like we need a 13, 14. Take out some of this power so we slow down a little bit. Yeah, let's get our ATIS.
Sky condition, clear. Temperature to 1. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3012. Arriving and departing runways 30 left, 30 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise initial contact.
Report Whiskey Charlie, contact LA Center 133.2.
Alright, we're good with Echo. And we're showing 69 miles. Why is this getting more? Is that not the right?
LA Center, Boeing 274, Whiskey Charlie's climbing through 15,000 on the Orca 5.
Number 274, Whiskey Charlie. Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 330.
Climb and maintain flight level 330, Boeing 4 Whiskey Charlie.
United 1399, contact SoCal Approach, correction, Bakersfield Approach 118.8.
Bakersfield Approach 118.8, United 1399. Bakersfield Approach, United 1399, Festo 2, leaving 13,100 for 12,000. Current with Echo, request ILS 30 right approach.
United 1399, Bakersfield Approach, descend and maintain 9,000 and altimeter 3012, expect ILS runway 30 right approach.
Descend and maintain 9,000, 3012, and I can plan on that, United 1399. Let me do seatbelts back on here.
American 280, contact Las Vegas Approach 119, or correction, Las Vegas Tower 119.9.
0.4, apparently that doesn't work when I'm on the GPS mode. It's interesting because that shows 39, but this one shows...
Vegas Tower, American 280 is established 26 left.
American 280, Las Vegas Tower, runway 26 left, clear.
30, actually it shows
26 left, clear to land, American 280.
So I guess it is 40. Yeah, that's right. Although I just changed it, so that's 1119. Yeah, I'd put it back on the ILS. That's okay. So we'll continue on down. Since we're going to be going to vectors, we're going to slave up our heading slave thing. It just makes sure that your vectors will be accurate.
6 miles.
Sync up the heading back there. No icing, cabin pressure is 3.8 difference, that's fine. And we're going to use the ILS on this bottom one.
Bird 12, I'm on the tower, enter right downwind, runway 19er, clear to land.
And then we'll do conditional levers, full power when we're getting ready to land. Or not conditional levers, the, yeah. Conditional levers will be full power. 3012, okay. And 7 Lima Yankee says, if you want to get a head start, someone is already doing tutorials on the CRJ. Yeah, I saw him. His name is The Dude, I think. Is that right? I didn't click on the link, but I have started, I looked at his pre-flight stuff, and he has very good videos. So that is definitely, I think the name was The Dude. And
United 1399, contact Bakersfield Approach, correction, United 1399, descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend and maintain 5,000, United 1399. 5,000, I'll drop out of here out of the sky, 2,000 feet per minute, how about that? And we'll go to flight idle. So we can slow down. But yeah, I was watching that guy's videos. He's a real-world CRJ pilot, or he used to be, but he definitely knows what he's doing. All right. So it looks like Fasto for the ILS approach 30 right. Fasto is here. He's descending me to 5,000. The MEA is 4,500 for this stretch. And then we'll intercept Jupix at 2,500, which will be no problem. If you're too high, you can always do a procedure turn to descend in procedure. So you could do a 1 minute holding pattern if you need to get lower for whatever reason.
Cross 26 right, Alpha 5.
But we're not going to need to, so we're just going to go straight in.
November 4, Juliet Bravo, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
119.6, November 4, Juliet Bravo.
United 1399, cross Fasto, at or above 3,000, cleared ILS, runway 30 right approach.
Cross Fasto, at or above 3,000, cleared ILS 30 right approach, United 1399. Alright, so the winds are 320 at 6, so it's pretty much right down the runway. So we're good there.
SoCal approach, November 324 Juliet Bravo, 6,500.
The 324 Juliet Bravo, SoCal approach.
We'll just take it down to 3,000.
3008.
3008, November 4 Juliet Bravo.
Las Vegas ground, American 280, Alpha 5, Bravo for Delta 5.
American 280, Las Vegas ground, taxi to parking via Bravo.
Taxi to parking via Bravo, American.
So we're going to skip the hold. We don't need to do anything really. We're just going to switch from GPS. You have to activate the approach. I'm not going to. So we'll just follow the flight plan, and that will get us lined up.
It's going to be cold over the coastline.
The runway heading.
Roger.
Missed approach procedure. Climb to 1,000, then right turn to 3,000 on the Shafter VOR 145. So that would be the reciprocal, so it'd be 324. So let's do 324 on this one. 324. Hang on.
Santa Monica Tower, helicopter 502, Charlie Whiskey, Bell 412, Plant Golf.
Wait, so I'm going to turn off my camera.
East of the airfield at Westside Towers Heliport. Charlie Lima 54, looking to pick up and pass over the airfield to the southwest, over to the Ritz-Carlton Marina Del Rey, Charlie Alpha 75.
324, so that would be our
Santa Monica Tower departure from the for present position will be at your own risk. Santa Monica altimeter 3009er, and proceed on course. Do you need to overfly the airport, or can you just remain along the coast?
Whichever you'd prefer. 3009.
We're at 160 knots,
Charlie Whiskey,
so we're going to go flaps 2.
Proceed on course, 502 Charlie Whiskey, thank you.
And we'll come up to Jupix. So runway heading is 301. So we'll set this for runway heading.
November 5232 kilo, turn right heading 140.
And then we'll go to heading, go that, and we'll do nav, get us on the localizer. The glide slope is this one because the symbology is broken. So we're going to use this glide slope on the bottom. And we're doing 150, which is fine. We can lower the gear at 150. I'm going to wait till we're at the top of the, I'm just going to arm the approch.
Come to Tower, Spartan 1-2 is clear of the runway at Foxtrot, request taxi to parking, and just about anywhere will do.
Spartan 1-2 taxi to parking via Alpha.
Alright, landing lights. I should have had them on already. I didn't. Forgot. My bad. Okay, we're good. We're going to do conditioner levers full power for the landing here. Glide slope will be coming active soon, and tower is 18.1.
United 1399 at Jupex, you contact tower 118.1.
At Jupex, tower 18.1, United 1399. So when we capture the thing here, we'll switch to tower, and we're going to lower the gear at 150. I want to make sure I'm under 150, so I'll lower the gear at like 145. And then we can go to flaps 3 at 160. So I can actually do flaps 3.
Hawk 202, Nellis approach. It looks like at some point I lost you on the radar. I'm not sure if you had a connection issue. But when able, recycle transponder and
down.
5710.
Flaps 3.
5710, Hawk 202.
And I'm going to turn off the auto prop sync. We're going to hold about 140 or so knots. And we're going to switch over to tower 18.1. Bakersfield Tower, United 1399, establishing a localizer 30 right.
United 1399, Bakersfield Tower, runway 30 right, clear to land.
30 right, clear to land, United 1399.
We're 1 Delta Whiskey, contact Bakersfield Approach 118.8.
So if we need to fly the mist, we'll use that. We are set for the mist approach. Altitude, we're going to climb to 1,000, then right turn to 3,000 on the 145 radial, outbound from Chapter.
Cross Canuck at 4,000, cleared RNF Yankee, runway 27, correction RNF Yankee, runway 24.
Let's turn the auto course and back on.
Cleared direct Canuck, cross Canuck at 4,000, cleared RNF Yankee for 24 at Palomar, 32 kilo.
And we're going to do 130 knots over the numbers with full flaps.
November 202, cross Nellis, contact Nellis Tower 132.55.
Be this
132.55,
landing here.
Hawk 202, thanks.
Let me do shush. Does that every time. Where's my sounds? Here's the sound. I'm going to slow this down to 130 knots. And I should be able to do 58%.
November 451 Delta Whiskey, contact Bakersfield Approach 118.8.
We're coming up to 130 knots, so we're going to go flaps full. Okay. And 130 knots is a good final approach speed.
Approach, November 4 Juliet Bravo.
This has a threshold about halfway down.
We're 4 Juliet Bravo,
Terminal's on the right.
Quilco.
Nellis Tower, Hawk 202, approaching the final approach fix.
November 202, Nellis Tower, runway 21 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 21 left, Hawk 202.
And 109er.
Alright, so we should be flaps full, which we are. 3 green. We are committed to landing at this point. I guess I could go around, but I'm not going to. And we got 10,000 feet of runway, so autopilot off. I'm going to aim right for the landing zone. And when we're about 100 feet, I'm going to go flight idle. Alright, flight idle. And we're down. Slowly move the reversers in. reversers in. Let's stop up here at Foxtrot. Not using any brakes. Go back into ground idle. And we'll take out our flaps. And we'll bring this back to 76.
Bakersfield Approach, Skyhawk 451 Delta Whiskey with you at
strobes off,
4700 with Foxtrot.
And we'll do
the 451 Delta Whiskey, Bakersfield Approach, Bakersfield altimeter 3008.
3008, 1 Delta Whiskey.
SoCal Approach, November 4 Juliet Bravo is back with you.
Ground is 121.7.
4 Juliet Bravo next.
Bakersfield Tower, United 1399, looking for the terminal.
The 1399 taxi to parking via Alpha, monitor ground.
Parking via Alpha, monitor ground, United 1399, see ya. 21.7 is ground. We'll
November 5232 Kilo, contact tower 118.6.
Okay, contact tower 118.6, 32 Kilo.
Alright.
Santa Monica Tower, helicopter 2 Charlie Whiskey at the Ritz-Carlton, Charlie Alpha 75, want to pick up overfly Santa Monica Airfield again and exit the Delta to the north, have information echo.
Don't see many of those on PilotEdge.
502 Charlie Whiskey.
Oh, I wasn't even
Santa
listening.
Tower,
I didn't hear the helicopter call out.
Present position is at your own
10,000
risk.
feet.
Course.
You sure that's
and,
enough?
Santa Monica wind 25016.
Yeah.
Okay, approved. Present
Almost
position
not
at
enough.
risk.
You had like 6,000 feet left. That was close. I know, right? Sweating it. Sweating it. Now this thing stops on a dime when you use the reversers. And I didn't touch the brakes until we turned off, so.
Number 5232 Kilo.
If I added brakes and I didn't even go full reverse. I was probably like 80% reverse on that.
Okay, 32 Kilo, I'm going to do a miss on this.
We stopped at, what was that, Foxtrot?
Roger, report going.
So it was probably a good 4,000 feet left of runway, I think.
Okay, we'll report going, that's 32 Kilo.
Turn over here. And we'll park next to the CRJ. I guess that's a CRJ, or it's an E-Jet. Might be a E-170, I'm not sure. But in any regard, we're gonna park next to it. This guy doesn't even know we're here, apparently. So we'll stop here, hit the, raise the brakes. And then we'll do props. Back those off to feather the props. Back to the start position is fine.
IFR,
Turn off the rest of our lighting. Seatbelts off. Avionics off. Pitot heat.
Walker 605 Las Vegas clearance. Cleared to the John Wayne Airport. Radar 1 arrival. Correction, radar 1 departure. Silver transition.
Off.
And then
Bleeds
off.
off.
Climb via SID.
Emergency lights.
Squawk 5230.
Generators, we'll turn them off.
Walkers.
Let me turn that off. And do generators off and off. Don't have any juice. And we'll shut down our engines. Everything is dark. Fuel cutoff. And we can turn off the batteries. And we'll disconnect PE.
Disconnected.
And let me download this report thingy. I have to go to performance. download a report, and it will tell me how bad of a pilot I am, which is kind of funny. Like it always says I do bad on this thing. I haven't flown this one. It's like the third time I've flown it since they've updated it. So I'm happy with that landing. All right, ACARS, disconnect. That's good. Performance. Let me see how many demerits I got here. It says the approach not stabilized. I don't even know why I bother. That was a pretty stable approach from what I saw. See, the CG was 15.6, so I wonder what it is now. Yeah, see, it changes to CG as you burn fuel, so that's why it's a nice thing to have. This app will adjust the CG in real time as you burn your fuel. So that's the cool thing with this app. It's called iGo Connect. It's strictly for the Saab right now. Just apparently I could find a different port to use the other app at the same time, but it's not that important. All right, let me close out to this. And then we'll do a replay. Make sure we're offline. And we'll go pause, replay, too far. That'll work. There's no sound. Maybe staying on autopilot a bit lower on the approach. Yeah, I don't know why it said the app is weird. When it comes to the performance report that I download, it always says I do things horribly, but it always looks okay to me. But I like the app more for it changes the center of gravity because of the fuel burn. It makes it easier for a landing rather than, having the same CG that you had at takeoff. Could see the adjustment on the final as not stabilized. That could be. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, that's for sure. So this airport is a freeware. You can get off the org. It requires a few libraries, but it's a pretty decent airport, especially since I don't fly in here that often. So yeah, it's a good flight. So we'll come over here, we'll grab our truck, and we'll put all of our chocks, cones, and all that. Good to go. Good flight, you guys. On replay, yeah. Well, wife's home. I'm gonna go talk with her and take a break, have dinner, and I'm gonna get ready for my Allegiant virtual flight on VATSIM tonight. So I will catch you guys Monday if I don't do a pop-up stream over the weekend. Otherwise, same bat time, same bat channel on Monday. Y'all take care. Chase out. See ya.
K16 left, and we'll expect Gil Bob for Alaska 616.
Joe Bob, it's on your final thing.
Joe Bob, there we go. Thank you very much, Alaska 616.
Southwest 3047, descend and maintain 10,000.
Be on the downwind at 210 now.
58.
Got 5101, descend and maintain 11,000, then reduce speed to 210.
All right, we'll slow, or descend to 11,000 now, then slow to 210, Scouts 5101.
17 right.
Left 200, clear to visual 17 right, southwest 44202.
616. Gas 4709, maintain 2709.
Climbing through 6,000, ready to pick up IFR. Maintain VFR, squat 5131.
257, turn right heading 080.
080, said 6257.